Hello, everybody. We are here with a tarot reading for you guys. This is a general reading. It is a timeless reading. If you are new, welcome. If you are returning, welcome back. My name is Gabriella. Before we get started with the reading, let's set the intention for this to be a space where everyone allows themselves to feel seen and validated, and ultimately for this to be a safe space and a healing space in alignment with everyone's highest good. All right. I'm seeing the death card come rapping at your door, okay? You're like, I don't know if I'm ready for that. Something may be like, if you want to pass through here, you're going to need to change in some way, or like you're going to have to shed that aspect. It's going to work to your benefit, but you may be like, I really like this jacket. I don't know if I'm ready to take it off yet. I feel safe under here. So I'm seeing something like that happening here, where there's going to be, we can call it like a shedding of the ego of sorts. I'm seeing this be something that's going to affect you on a psychological level. It's necessary for your growth. It's like the shell no longer fits anymore, and so you're going to have to come out of it and find a bigger one. You feel me? Like, that one doesn't fit anymore, but you may be like, but it's so cozy in here, but it's really squishing you at this point. Take your time. There's more that you're going to come to understand that you're not seeing yet. Like, there's more of a... There are more perspectives to be gained that will be integrated into your larger understanding of the broader conversation of what's happening. Like, there's more to see, there's more to learn, there's more to understand. So, I'm seeing this be... With Neptune here, it's like it's not all figured out. It's not all clear. It's going to be. You have to sit with it right now. Try to gain some insight, or at least be open to it. Hanged Man can also mean putting a pause on things. Like it's time to reflect rather than to be active. It means also that if you're in a situation and you're like, do I have the whole story? You may not have the whole story yet. Like, you're not at the final form of your understanding of this at this point, which is a great thing because it means that there's room for expansion. Big focus on you right now. You, what you need, how you're perceiving yourself, maybe also how you perceive your needs. There can be a focus on things occurring within your personal life as well. I'm definitely getting some tension in the back, maybe feeling stressed out. Stuff going on in the back can sometimes be about trust issues. Maybe something along the lines of that happening. I'm hearing sporting out. There could be something that you're doing, maybe getting more active. I'm seeing you on the move here. So you had time to think about something. I'm seeing you really putting yourself first here within this situation. And now I'm seeing you move to a place where you're ready to, I'm hearing continue a plan. I am seeing the Eight of Wands and the Two of Wands. This can feel a little bit stressful for you, but I'm seeing that it's going to take place in a fast manner. For some of you, you could be traveling somewhere. Looking at Aquarius. You're doing something that feels like it's connected with a purpose. This can also be like a dream plan of yours that you're conjuring up currently. I'm seeing the outlook of this definitely looking bright, okay? Two of Wands in the Star can also be like, this is something that I've always wanted to do, or like, I really want to do this, or this is something that brings me a lot of joy and happiness, or this feels like a dream to me in some way. You know, it can be like a really ideal moment, opportunity that you have that you're able to plan around and participate in. Some stuff needs to be figured out, and I'm seeing you try to understand like where you fit into the picture. Where do you fit into this picture? Like the Hanged Man is starting to look more and more like a puzzle where you're like, where does this piece go and where does this one best fit to? I'm seeing some big changes that you're going through personally as well. Like you may feel like you're growing very quickly. You may feel like a lot is changing around you. I'm also hearing. You're in a space too where you're trying to figure out how to adapt as things are changing rapidly. Okay. Enter Knight of Wands. Seeing you're like feeling activated in some way, but you may feel conflicted about what you want to do about that. There's a desire to go after something that brings you a sense of happiness, but I'm almost seeing like a childlike desire to chase something. I'm getting a reference to Lucky Charms here. I'm seeing what you're pursuing what you want in a more rudimentary way, it seems. Okay, hold on. I need to get further because I'm looking at this Seven of Swords on the bottom of the deck, and that is not what I was expecting to see. It has to do, you want to be mindful of what you're investing in and why you're investing in it. And okay, so it's like this. I'm seeing this Knight of Wands, right? Knight of Wands can be you doing something that like feels good in a moment, but later on it's going to like sabotage your happiness because it's something that like it can give you instant relief in a moment again, but then you're like long-term wise it's not something that's going to work out. So you may be going after you want and exerting your energy in a way where you're thinking about a more long-term state of happiness, like something that can provide more balanced contentment in longevity and wanting to invest in that, something that feels worth your while. I'm seeing there be a very ideal plan that's unrolling in front of you, and you get to decide like whether or not this is something that you want to nurture. I am seeing the Ace of Cups. This can be like a very true, a very pure, wow, a very true, a very pure connection that you have with someone. More than anything with yourself. Also maybe connecting with someone too. I'm looking at, I'm hearing Pisces. I'm looking at Neptune, which does rule Pisces. I'm looking at Aquarius. I'm hearing something about a concert. I'm looking at Scorpio. And I'm also looking at Cancer on the bottom of the deck. I'm seeing you still figuring out something with your self-love and how you're taking care of yourself. And so you may feel like something happened. Neptune can be you feeling, you could have been like in a fantasy within a situation, and like disillusionment could have set in some way, and you're like, how do I figure this out? Like trying to gain more of a perspective of something that you've been figuring out, but you may still know that you're not at the conclusion of understanding something. Like this is the point. Neptune can be like, this is my current understanding, but there's more for me to see about this situation. And so I'm trying to figure out like how to swim through all of this. Because Neptune it can be a very convoluted energy. It can feel very foggy. It can be like swimming through a bog and you're just trying to understand what's happening. And you're eventually going to get on the other side, but it's going to take you, really like investing in understanding it and wanting the truth above all, like wanting to grasp the bigger concept above all. And at the same time, I'm seeing you also try to figure out stuff that's connected with your self-love, that's connected with your self-care. Like, how do I feel about me? And I'm seeing a really big change that you're going through, again, on a personal level. Like you as a person within your personal life. I'm seeing that there's a transformation of sorts that you're going through. There's an evolving. And with the death card here, to have the death card and to also have Neptune, like you could have been snapped out of a situation in a very unpleasant way, because Neptune kind of has you like in a bubble, where in the pink bubble, where it's like, this feels really nice, but your feet are not rooted on the ground. And Scorpios like come back down here and like pulls you down, and it can feel like a shock in that moment of, now I'm looking into everything and there's just so much to dig through and to understand, but it's really helping you to evolve on a personal level. And I'm seeing this is going on, and it looks too like you're moving into a space that is potentially connected with the Knight of Wands. And this is you feeling like you get your groove back and making a plan to pursue something that brings you joy and happiness. This is where I'm seeing the Star card come through. And I'm seeing something that feels worth investing in to you. And to have the Ace of Cups, this feels like that's what the setting is. Like this is a connection of some sort. Ace of Cups is something that feels very genuine and very pure, to say the least. So this is something that will coincide with your self-love and your self-care. And this is something that, Ace of Cups is not something that's difficult to develop. It's like this automatic feeling that you would have with somebody where you're like, there's something here. But I'm not seeing anything more than that. Like, I don't know what type of relationship this is. I'm just seeing it be something where you're like, something about this feels really right to me. To have the 10 of Cups and also the Star, this is something that has, this is like a dream connection. Like, this is something where you would be, 10 of Cups is like your ultimate pursuit of happiness. Like something that would really, it's like whatever that feeling is that you're reaching for, like this is it. It's one of those moments where like this can really be something that coincides with how you want to be feeling, like something that can inspire you, something that is going to help you when you're down. It's something that you're going to feel like very grateful to have. That's not to say you're not going to go through other hard things or times aren't going to be challenging. But 10 of Cups is something where you're like, because I have this, I feel like everything's going to be all right and I can get through anything. And to have the Star, this is something that like divinely connects with your path. It aligns with you. It can feel like a vision or a dream that's come true. And 7 of Pentacles is you having the option to really commit to manifesting this, to invest in this. Like, is this really something that you want? Do you want to take this opportunity? It looks like you already have been investing in it, but you may be sort of like waiting to see where it's going. And again, to have the Ace of Cups here, this is something super, super pure that you're connecting with, that would also encourage you to be more and more connected with yourself as well, to be present to that and to want to be, because it's going to be like the best feeling. So I'm looking at Neptune, Cancer, Scorpio, Aquarius. Oof. Okay. I feel like I need to mention it now that I peaked. I'm seeing the Chariot and I'm seeing the 8 of Swords. You may really be in your head still about something. I'm seeing the 10 of Swords. This can be an ending that you're moving through. This is something that would have hurt really badly. I'm seeing this be connected with, this is definitely in the past. I'm not seeing this be something, you're not about to go through an ending. well, necessarily okay. Hold on. Let me just stick to exactly what I'm seeing here. There's an ending that you may still be dealing with currently, because I'm seeing something that you still feel mentally caught up with. And because your mind is still there, you may be, I don't know, it could be something that you feel like you're overthinking a bit. But Eight of Swords can also be like, I can't get this out of my head in a way. Like, I'm seeing it still be something that you're processing just because of how harsh it was. And I'm seeing this be something that you went through. This is like a historical piece. Like, this is with somebody that you have history with. So I'm seeing too that you're going to be getting through this. Like with the Chariot, it's like you may feel really in your head about this ending and like the pain and the suffering that's associated with this, especially because it seems like whoever this was that you went through this with, like at some point in time you had a decent connection with them, is what I'm hearing. Like I'm seeing something that could have felt like really sweet and loving at some point. So just like the contrast can be something really hard to be dealing with, because I'm seeing so much pain. I'm seeing Cancer definitely be highlighted here. So you may have like a moon contact with this person, or this could affect you wherever you have Cancer in your chart or your Cancer placements. Now, that being said, I'm also seeing an opportunity that you're really taking your time with, especially because it just seems like emotionally you're still going through some stuff. You like want to feel safe, stable, and secure, like as we all do, right? The best thing you're going to do is just like follow your intuition, because I'm seeing you continuously making progress, and I'm seeing that like self-trust that you're really gaining back as you move through this, which is really what all of this seems to be about at the end of the day. There may be a part of you that you kind of know the universe is like, hey, if you want this thing, you're gonna have to take a leap of faith, and you may like feel a little bit defensive about that, like especially if you just went through something where you're like, I just got my like heart ripped open, or like I just went through something where I really suffered a lot, and now you're asking me to take this risk, you're asking me to take this chance. But I'm seeing the Fool, so it's like if you're optimistic, if you're with it, it seems like a door that's available to you to open if you'd like to, if you want that. So the choice is yours. I'm seeing more than anything like you don't need to rush through any of this. I will say this too, it may feel easier for you to connect like on a level of attraction right now than it is to emotionally connect, because out of everything that I'm seeing, like I'm not seeing so many cups here, but I am seeing a highlight of the Knight of Wands, and so this can mean that right now you feel most safe in more of a like root and sacral connection, and you may be like working up to being able to connect with somebody again, like through solar plexus and through heart. But I'm seeing you be most comfortable right now in your root and your sacral energy. I am seeing that this is going to continue to develop further, but I'm just saying like right now stagnantly, like in this snapshot moment energetically, I'm seeing that's what you may feel like is most being triggered right now for you, which is the beginning, because it's going to end up going all the way up, right? So seems like everything is getting back into working order. All right. We are going to leave the reading here. I would like to thank everybody for tuning in. Thank you for connecting. I'm wishing everybody love and light and healing, and I hope to catch you guys next time.